In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. Of course, I'm the host of this particular program, known here on the internet, around the earth, around the planet, wherever you find me. I am the mighty Angel Snotting Up 7. I is your brother, whether you like it or not. For those of you who are descendants of slaves born in America, I'm your brother and hopefully your friend, Talik Ibn Ra. I would like to bring response or challenge the idea, the opinion, the philosophy of those who claim that a woman cannot raise a man. And I will step it up a little bit more. I will tell you that it takes nobody to raise a man, that if it is a man to come from up out of that boy, no woman or no man is needed in order for that man to come into being. And I'll tell you why. You have animals in the wild that was orphaned for some reason. Maybe the parents were killed, they were poached. Maybe the poor animal was abandoned. We don't know. But what we do know is that a hippo, a male lion, and let's say a male crocodile, all these are orphan babies. They are orphan male babies that do not know their parents. So they end up being raised up by human beings. So the only parent that the baby male hippo know is that of human beings. The little male cub, he only knows human beings as parents as well as the crocodile. Now, as they grow up, you have some of these males, they may friend or they may embrace the slave type of lifestyle that they were forced into and don't know no other kind of life. But then you have male animals. They don't lose what and who they are. So it makes no difference whether they was raised by their parents or a human being. The male hippo knows, I'm a male hippo. The male lion knows, I'm a male lion. The male crocodile knows, I'm a male crocodile. And sometimes the human parents, those who keep these animals, they learn the hard way that these are not your pets. It's nice that you helped me when I was a baby, but now I'm a full-grown hippo. I'm a full-grown lion. I'm a full-grown crocodile. I know who I am. And if you don't respect that, then one day you're going to get seriously hurt. So many people, because they believe that these animals have become domesticated, every year these certain amount of people get killed. They get hurt because The male hippo is a male hippo, with or without his parents. The lion is a male lion, with or without a parent, male or female, as well as the crocodile. In most mammals, fathers have nothing to do with the actual raising of the babies. It's all up to the mother. The mother teaches the male cub how to do this and how to do that. It's the mothers who are the teachers. The males usually might offer protection. They might offer food, but you don't see them teaching the young cubs or whatever. It's up to the mother. What has happened to the black man in America, because of over 300 years of being enslaved, we don't know what our manhood is. We don't know what it is to be a hippo. We don't know what it is to be a lion. We don't know what it is to be a crocodile. So, without a male figure, we become lost, and we copy the only people that we know of, those who have kept us in a cage, like what happens to some wild animals. I'm so happy that I did not lose my manhood, regardless. I was raised around mostly women. There was no man in my life to teach me nothing. So when I came into puberty, I had to learn all these feelings and all these things myself, because there was still the essence of manhood within my soul. It ain't something, a man can't teach me that. A man can be an example, but a man can't teach you to be a man. It has to be in you. Just like the essence of maleness is in the hippo or the lion or the crocodile. They can have examples of what a grown lion is supposed to be like, but it's supposed to be in you already. You don't have to be taught. There was no sexual education for me at school. There was no man role model except those I read about in a book, which couldn't help me in my personal life. So I had to learn all about the changes in my body as a man and all these things myself. So the essence of manhood is natural. You don't have to be taught. So for these nutcases to talk about you got to have a man in the house, that's a lie. Because there was no male running around in my house, and I can stand up to you just as well as any person that had two parents in the house. Matter of fact, most of y'all that have two parents in the house, you become little sissies. I had to do everything on my own. I had to learn how to think and do everything on my own. I had to rely on myself as a teacher. I had to rely on my nature. But what is manhood itself? In order to determine your role in life, society determines the role of the man. And most times, we determine the role of the man or what manhood is based on religious or political influence, and usually political influence is influenced by religion. I'm the head of household. You the head of household, but you ain't leading. You the head of household and you're not creating. Here you are, you're a black man. We have been in this nation for 400 years, and you barely have a pot to piss in. And the pot that you have was given to you by another man. Otherwise, you be taking a dump in the dirt. And all of you so-called men that talk about a man supposed to be in the house. How many children are you raising? How many young men are you teaching how to be a man? You ain't doing nothing except running your mouth. Nothing at all. But see, black men cannot be taught proper manhood, and we cannot be given manhood training because we don't have a society. We are living in another man's house. So we base our manhood on the criteria that they establish. We have no laws. We have no government. We have nothing. So how you going to tell somebody about a man when you can't tell them what is the criteria, what is the role, what is expected? Just go to work, get a job, get married, have some children, and die. Is that it? That's all it is for me to be a man? That's all my role is in life? Is just to grow up, get a job, get a wife, have some children, and die. That's all is expected. That's all I am. But then you said that I am a child of God, and that's all I am to God, is just somebody to go to work, get a wife, have some children, and die. So I'm asking God, is this all that I was born into this life for? That's all? And I'm supposed to be your child? And you are the creator of the universe, and this is all I can do? Something is wrong somewhere. And if you truly are a man, then you want to be truly free. A real man don't want to live in another man's house. But you have millions of black men that don't mind living in another man's house because this mine too. Well, if it's yours, where are your laws? What is your policy that everybody else follows? You have no say-so in what goes on in this nation because this is not your house. That's your delusion. That's your fantasy. Real men want to build their own house. Then they can go and create their own civilization, their own nation. Then they can determine the criteria of what manhood is. The role of men, the role of women, and the role of children. But when you're a slave, and that's what we are, somebody else do that for us. So don't come here to me like you talking some big stuff. The male is the head of household and all this old foolishness. A woman can't raise a man. That's because you don't understand the concept of life, period, because you're a slave. Jot down your comment. Let's talk about it. This was and is the Reality's Temple on Earth.